What's up, friends? I am sitting on my ladder on a Friday afternoon and thought I would not waste my good hair day. So I decided to do a booktube review of my latest read, which was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So there is a movie out that was very similar called Adeline, and I'll be honest, I haven't seen the whole movie, but it seemed to be slightly similar to that, and I thought it was kind of cool. And NetGalley sent me an e-arc because nobody's sending paper arcs right now, unfortunately, with the coronavirus. So sad. So I don't have a paper copy to show you, but the cover is beautiful. And The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is about a chick who does not want to get married. She's in like 17th century France, and all that's expected of women is to marry early and have babies, and she don't want to do that. So she pushes it and pushes it and pushes it off until finally she's almost unmarriable age. So just when she thinks she's safe, there's a widower in town with children, and her family decides to marry her off to him. Yeah, baby. Okay. So she runs from her wedding into the woods, literally leaves the guy at the altar, and prays to anybody who will listen. And the thing that listens is the dark. Never really defines if he's a demon, if he's an angel. He's definitely bad, but his name is Luke. And that's the name she gives him, at least. So she sells her soul for freedom. And what freedom looks like is no ties to people, no ties to things, no ties to anybody forever. So she's essentially immortal, and nobody can remember her because there's always a cruel twist when you make a deal with the devil. So she, being the pernicious person she is, decides to try to spite him as best she can and live as long as she possibly can, because he's hoping that with this cruel twist she'll give up and just give up her soul. And so obviously she's going to dig her heels in, and she does.
Mommy,
Yeah.
are you talking to Lily?
No, I'm talking to people. Okay? You want to come say hi? Okay. He says hi. So, the book goes on, and there's a few plot twists that I won't mention. There's a love interest. Actually, there's kind of two. You'll find out about that eventually. Oh, I have a helper. And it's a far cry from anything else V.E. Schwab has written before. It's not villains. It's not the Near Witch. It's not a darker shade of magic. It is something entirely different, more closely related to Serpent and Dove. And I will tell you, y'all disappointed me on Serpent and Dove. Now, a bunch of people adored that book, and I just thought it was a little white bread boring. It was a great story, great author, but the main characters just weren't interesting enough for me. This, if you like that line of story, a little bit of fantasy and a lot of romance, this is so much better, okay? So pick up this book. There's a link in my profile to Bookshop, and they support independent bookstores, and independent bookstores could really use our help right now. So pre-order it through Bookshop, and I really hope you enjoy it. I want to hear all your thoughts, and if anybody else has read it, I want to talk about it. So hit me up.